Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Oh, welcome. Great to have you with us. Halfway through the week already. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Hurricane Sally should be coming shore right about now.
Yeah, just made landfall.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Apparently sustained winds of 100 miles an hour, I think, which makes it Category 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Yep, Category 2, 105. The problem with this thing is it's not moving fast. She's dumping tons of rain.
It's like I remember when I think both of us had just moved there. You maybe a little before I did, but in Houston when it first got there, they did Tropical Storm Allison.
Nightmare.
Which was slow moving, and then it turned back, I think, into the ocean,
Correct.
And then it came back on land again.
Yeah, and then it just set up shop for a while.
Then it just stayed there.
Yeah,
for a really long time.
There was a weather station about 2 miles from where I was living at the time. 38 inches of rainfall.
Yeah,
from that storm.
That was amazing. So hopefully we won't get something like that. But
Mercury1.org, if you would like to help out with disasters such as this.
Could really use it. And keep in mind, 100% of your donations go where you want it to go. Like everything you donate goes to this hurricane when you're donating to this hurricane. The administration costs and costs of employees and all of that, upkeep, that all happens from the big shindig we do in October, November, whenever that is. So that makes it a 100% charity, which 100% of your dollars go to where you want them to go, which is really unusual. I mean, I think you're in good shape if you give 70% to the cause. And Mercury One does 100%. So, 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. What is going on with the Harris administration?
That was a fun day yesterday, huh?
Wasn't it? Check this out. Okay, I think we might have mentioned this briefly. I don't remember if we did it here or on Glenn's show, but the Kamala Harris administration. And then she kind of catches herself. And brings Joe into it. It's nice of her to do that. It's nice of her to mention Biden as well. Here's what she said.
You have a president in the White House who actually sees you, who understands your needs, who understands the dignity of your work, and who has your back. A Harris administration together with Joe Biden as the president of the United States. The Biden-Harris administration will have provide access to $100 billion in low-interest loans and investments from minority business owners.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. A Harris administration along with Joe Biden.
How do you do that? I mean,
I've never seen it before. I don't think I've ever seen a vice presidential candidate call the future administration after their name. I don't think I've ever seen that.
And while she's reading a teleprompter.
Right. And I certainly haven't seen the presidential candidate himself ever do that. Call the administration by the name of his vice presidential candidate. But
what?
Here you go.
Oh, no. Harris-Biden administration is going to relaunch that effort and keep pushing further to make it easier for military spouses and veterans to find meaningful careers.
What?
Harris-Biden administration is going to relaunch that effort. Okay. Harris-Biden administration is going to relaunch that effort.
Yeah, so...
The Harris-Biden administration.
They're being honest, at least.
Yeah, is there some kind of arrangement already?
Wow.
Since they know full well that Biden is unfit to serve. And now they're just slipping up and saying it, letting the cat out of the bag. That is amazing that in the last 24 to 48 hours, both of them have called it the Harris administration. Harris-Biden. Oh, okay. My Harris administration, well, along with Joe Biden, we're pretending he has something to do with it still. So, yeah, along with, him. What's his face?
That's bad, dude.
Isn't that is something else. I think that's pretty significant.
You're right. It is. But it's almost like they're being too honest.
It is. It really is.
Ooh, that's bad.
Let the cat out of the bag a little too soon there, I think is what's going on. Wow.
Okay.
Also, AOC believes that they can all these extremists in the party likely can push Biden to the left. And I think they're right about that, which is why he must not be allowed to be elected. She said former Vice President Joe Biden is not progressive enough in multiple policy areas, but predicted he likely can be pushed further to the left once he's elected. Bernie Sanders is reportedly concerned Biden is not progressive enough at this point in the campaign. And Ocasio-Cortez said she agrees with that. Of course I do, she said. We're different people, and clearly I, in the primary, one of the reasons why I was supportive of Senator Sanders was because of how progressive his stances are. But, the primaries are over, and right now what's most important is to make sure that we ensure a Democratic victory in November and that we continue to push Vice President Biden on issues from marijuana to climate change to foreign policy.
These two don't understand how the game's played on the left. You can't tell us who you really are. You've got to wait until you're elected.
They don't care anymore. They're coming out with it, like Glenn predicted. They're fine with letting the people know their agenda because they think it's too late to stop. She said, I think overall we can likely push Vice President Biden in a more progressive direction across policy issues. I think you're probably right. I think foreign policy is an enormous area where we can improve. Immigration's another one. There are some areas where we just fundamentally disagree, but that's okay. I think it's important to acknowledge that we have, in some cases, very large disagreements. It doesn't mean that we're trying to undermine the party or undermine each other. It just means we're trying to do what's best for people in the country. Sure you are. This is, I mean, she has shown us how vital it is that Joe Biden, the Harris-Biden administration, does not happen.
Yeah, I mean, he's a vessel for the radical left. We've said this.
Yep.
That's all he is. He's happy to be at the party. He just wants to be president, and they want the power. And it's a mutual arrangement, the Harris-Biden ticket.
And clearly the people in the shadows here, and they're not even in the shadows, they just stepped into the sunlight, as we just mentioned. AOC doesn't care about hiding the agenda at all. So as soon as this guy's elected, they're the ones who are going to be in control. That's the case. Mm-hmm. It's going to be Soros and all of his minions that he's been, getting together under his little wing all this time to bring about the fundamental transformation of the United States of America.
They're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
And they're doing it.
Whether it's through secretaries of state or mail-in voting, they're ready to go. I'll tell you.
Yesterday, Vice President Biden played a song for Hispanic Heritage Month. I guess as he was walking to the podium.
Oh.
He was listening to, one of his rap songs.
Oh, he had to turn off his phone. It's like, hey, it's time for a speech. Turn off your iPhone.
I'm just listening to Despacito here, and let me just make a speech because I want to get right back to the music. I love this song. This is one of my favorites. Check this out.
I just have one thing to say.
One thing to say.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hang on here.
Yeah, hang on. I've never used this before. They showed me how to use it backstage. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Time to jam with Joe.
Yeah, he loves it.
Look at him, man.
This is one of his favorite songs.
I tell you what, if I had the talent of any one of these people, I'd be elected president by acclamation.
Okay.
So it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and it's time to Hispander, and that's what he just did.
Did you catch those lyrics, Martin? You speak Spanish, right?
I do, yeah. I do speak Spanish.
What was he saying?
What's the song say?
So,
Despacito, what does that mean?
Yeah, I was about to say, Joe Biden didn't say that. I also don't know why he played this song, because this is not...
It's been out for a long time, right?
Yeah, but it's also not an appropriate song.
Oh, it's not an appropriate song?
No, not really.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the lyrics that the part that he played, it just says, like, the look that you're giving me is calling me, and then it was, I forgot what the other part was. But yeah, it's not a really good song. He was like, show me the path that I'm going to take or something like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Trying to get some monies?
Trying to get some money
with my real ones?
With my
that's
real
good.
Ones, yeah.
Good. All right, well, he's jamming to it all the time.
I mean,
he loves
and
it.
who pays attention to lyrics anyhow? Am I right?
No, you're right.
Right. You're just
You're
enjoying the song.
It's just one of his jams, man.
Right.
You can't help it.
Oh, man.
Just chilling with his peeps.
Out
out here with my cuz.
Also, let me do some quick research here. I don't think the guy who made that song he's Puerto Rican. He's not even Spanish. I mean, he's not
is?
like... He's
yeah,
not
but
like
they speak Spanish.
Yeah,
though. So
it's-
don't they fall into the Hispanic category?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're Hispandering, it's legitimate that you can Hispander to a Puerto Rican, right? Or Cuban. They kind of all fall into that somehow. And I don't know. It's just great.
Here we are.
That's great. Also, a bug in Joe's campaign, in his campaign app, gave anybody access to millions of voters.
Uh-oh.
Did they fix that app yet?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Because, I mean, Trump should have been sending out flyers and campaign information. Vote Joe is the app.
Wait, is this that 3030330 or whatever the heck it was? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Agree with me.
If you agree with
Go
him,
to Joe.
Joe
30330 and help me in this fight.
Okay. And so when you do, all your information gets stolen.
Nice.
Okay, good.
It allows Biden supporters to encourage friends and family members to vote in the upcoming presidential election by uploading their phone's contact lists. See if their friends and family members are registered to vote.
No.
You got to be kidding me. Wow.
Don't you dare.
The app uploads and matches the user's contacts with voter data supplied from TargetSmart, political marketing firm. This is an invasion of privacy. Mm-hmm. How is this legal? When a match is found, the app displays the voter's name, age, and birthday, and which election they voted in.
Oh, boy.
This, the app says, helps users find people you know and encourage them to get involved. The app pulls in a lot more data than it actually displays. By intercepting the data that flows in and out of the device, you can see far more detailed and private information, including the voter's home address, date of birth, gender, ethnicity, and political party affiliation, whether you're Republican or Democrat.
Wow.
Now, the Biden campaign claims that bug was fixed.
Okay.
But how is an app like that legal? Do we have no rights to privacy here? You could just pull up my name, my address, who I voted for.
Well, you don't have to
Wow.
give your contact information to your friends and family. I don't know, man. It's a new
Crazy.
world.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely
amazing.
How many numbers do you think you got stored in your phone? Because, I mean, you use it. I mean, you are on it constantly.
All the time.
I mean, it's your
all the
lifeblood with everyone you know.
I have tens of thousands of numbers probably in my phone. Probably tens of thousands. And I call each and every one of them.
That's not true. Oh, wait. You didn't say that my number was in your phone.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I think that the argument would be this is public information. They could look this up if they wanted to.
I guess.
But man, you talk about an invasion of privacy, though. You're right. I mean, that's
Crazy. Ridiculous. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about CarShield. When you see the check engine light turn on, man, that can give you some anxiety because you're supposed to pull over immediately or go directly to the shop and have it looked into. But now that I have CarShield, don't have to worry about the check engine light coming on anymore. CarShield offers a wide range of protection plans, can save you thousands for a covered repair, which means that check engine light is a lot less scary when it comes on. You have the freedom to choose your favorite mechanic. You can go to your dealership to do the work, and CarShield gets the rest taken care of. If your car breaks down while you're traveling, the choice of a repair shop is still up to you. With CarShield, you don't have to dread anymore. You can have peace of mind like I do. Get car coverage today and see why CarShield cars go further. Call 800-665-2157. Mention the code PAT or visit carshield.com and use the code PAT to save 10%. 10% off. That's carshield.com. Offer code PAT. A deductible may apply.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Oh, one more little voting note. This is great. In San Francisco, residents will be casting ballots, obviously, in November, like the rest of us, to determine not just who should reside in the White House, but if the city should be allowing 16 and 17-year-olds to vote in local elections. So they still can't vote in the federal election, but they could vote in local elections. We've seen how important local elections are in this day and age of mayors having so much power and using and abusing that power. A similar measure was introduced in 2016, barely failed, 48% of the vote.
Oh.
But local activists and organizers are confident it will pass this time.
San Francisco, allowing 16-year-olds to vote. Okay, that's good, right? I mean, do you like democracy? Do you want more people's voices to be heard? They won't stop.
Right. More, not less.
I was going to say, they won't stop at people, though. I mean, this is San Francisco. They'll probably you know how animals are getting ballots in the mail.
Right.
This is happening all over. This is happening with your listeners. We had the story out of Georgia. We've had Hulk Hogan talk about his friend's dog, Nugget. Which, by the way, is a separate issue. We've got to get rid of that name. That's a dumb name for a dog. Anyhow, I can see San Francisco allowing animals to vote eventually, huh?
Yeah, it'd be great. I mean, 16-year-olds, I'm not sure which would be worse, animals or 16-year-olds.
Right?
I'm not sure.
Because if you put an animal in a booth with two dog bowls, and one was Biden and one was Trump,
yep,
you'd get a higher percentage of votes from the animals than you would with the 16-year-olds.
That's for sure. I really think that Vote 16 will help youth of color in San Francisco establish the habit of voting at an earlier age and really provide them with the support and the resources that they need to continue building on that habit as they grow older. According to Crystal Chan, 18-year-old organizer for Vote 16 San Francisco. If the proposition passes, San Francisco will become the first major American city to give 16 and 17-year-olds the right to vote in municipal elections. You're going the wrong way, San Francisco. Going the wrong way.
You need to go north.
Yep. I mean, I think it should start at 35. But
that young?
Yeah, I'm pretty much okay with if you can run for president,
you
can vote for president.
Okay, that's fair.
It's kind of where I am on
35.
that. Yeah.
I'm with you.
But you might at least start with 21 or 25.
Well.
And then we'll eventually get to 35. 16 is asinine. I mean, you got 16. Remember Miss South Carolina?
Oh, Miss Teen South Carolina, yeah.
She was 16.
That's right.
When she said...
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so. Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps.
You don't have maps.
I believe that our education, such as South Africa and the Iraq,
everywhere like such as.
I believe that they should. Our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Should help South Africa.
South Africa.
It should help the Iraq.
It should help Iraq and the Asian countries.
So we will be able to build up our future.
Build up our future, right? I almost screwed up and said should help U.S. people, but then I realized, no, that's a wealthy nation. It's got to be the Iraq and the Afghanistans and the everywhere like such as.
Everywhere like such as.
It's got to be those places.
Now imagine her saying that while wearing an I just voted sticker.
These are kids
who
are doing the Tide Pod challenge. They're eating the Tide Pods and posting it online. Look what I just did.
David Hogg. David Hogg would have been an eligible voter under this plan as well.
Right.
Back when a terrible shooting happened and we got to see his face every night on TV.
Dude, this is so lit. I just ate a Tide Pod.
This is so lit. That's good. Let's start working that into the vernacular.
Let's work lit into the show a lot more because it's so awesome.
But I mean, this voting situation, does anybody trust the system anymore at all? I mean, regardless of who wins, 3 years from now, probably in a conservative district, we're going to find like a storage facility filled with ballots that presumably would have favored Trump. You know that we're going to find those years from now.
Yeah.
We
just keep making really terrible decisions.
We are living dangerously in America.
Terrible, terrible decisions.
But that's our democracy, right, Pat?
Yes, that's right. That's right. Well, that's what democracy gets you, is terrible, terrible decisions. Which is why we're not a democracy, and yet we're acting like one. I mean, how can you see the way 16-year-olds act and think, yep, I want them to vote? Even if it's for mayor or city council or whatever the case may be. School superintendents, you can't have 16-year-olds making that determination or even participating in that determination. Seriously, 18-year-olds, that's iffy.
Well,
it's iffy at 18.
Well, that happened because of Vietnam, right? Old enough to die.
Old enough to vote. Yeah. And I appreciated it at the time because I was able to vote for Reagan in 1980.
Oh.
So that was great. But would I make that would I make that decision now? No way. No way.
You wouldn't vote for Reagan? You'd vote for Carter?
The decision of 18-year-olds voting.
I know. I just want to clarify. Those are the kind of things that I go to Twitter later, and people are like, what? Pat Gray
wouldn't vote for Reagan?
That's what he said. He said, I wouldn't make that same decision again.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying. You're going to head off the trouble I'm going to face later.
All right. Also, a lot of these 16-year-olds are going to be involved in Black Lives Matter because they don't know anything about the organization. All they know is what they see on Twitter and Facebook, and they think it's cool. They like what they supposedly stand for. And, of course, they think that equal rights are necessary. So do we all. We all want equal rights for everybody. Yes, none of us want cops to shoot anybody down in the street, if it's not justified. But the Black Lives Matter organization continues to show us who they are every single day. And who they are is really, it's an evil organization. Let's just cut to the chase. It's an evil organization. First of all, they're talking about they just occupied a Trader Joe's in Seattle, claiming to be protesting the lack of access to grocery stores and explaining to patrons once they occupied the store how capitalism exploits the working class. Okay, that's straight out of Marxism. That is right from the Communist Manifesto.
Wow, look at this, man. This is madness.
They have admitted to being trained Marxists.
Are trained Marxists.
Wait, what?
We are trained Marxists. We are trained Marxists.
Huh, that's interesting. Is there a number people can call about that, Ivan?
Yeah, it's 911. When I see them. But seriously, they're showing up in these big cities. This is Seattle where this happened, right?
At Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so companies get ridiculed for not going into these urban centers. Mm-hmm. And then when they show up there, they're exploiting the local people. You can't win, man.
No, you can't.
That's madness.
You can't. So are they saying there are no grocery stores in black neighborhoods?
I don't understand this at all.
Don't think that's true. Am I just really ignorant on the lack of grocery stores in black neighborhoods?
You're not familiar with the term food desert.
Yeah, I really am.
Yeah.
I really am. And you notice they don't use that anymore? Uh-huh. Because it doesn't really exist, and that was proven. Mm-hmm. The food desert thing was a total and complete hoax. It was absolute garbage. And so is this.
Yeah, so there's... What are they claiming? There's no access to food, and then they're blocking access to food.
Yeah.
They're just standing in front of the produce.
Yeah.
I love some guy.
And there's all kinds of food there.
Yeah.
That they have access to. They could actually buy it if they have money.
Somebody cropped the photo. I don't know if you have this one in particular, Rob, where it says bananas behind them. It was too perfect because it was over their heads. Look in the background. Bananas. These people right here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Stupid people. And many of them white idiots, just whiteys that don't know what they're talking about, why they're there, what they're doing, what the group stands for. What are you talking about? You can't find a stinking grocery store. It may not be Trader Joe's, but does it have to be?
Right. And what does Black Lives Matter have to do with I need to get a gallon of milk right now? I don't understand.
It's a good question. I don't know.
Because that's what she's holding up, Black Lives Matter. Okay,
and?
Cool. Can I get to the apples now?
It's bizarre. It's another part of them kind of making our lives miserable.
It's just disrupting
and then
society.
Wanting us to support their effort.
How does that help?
I don't understand it.
It's like you've said. When PETA dumps chicken innards all over the street, you're like, oh my gosh,
now
I have got to join PETA.
Yeah.
If I'm at a grocery store and I see a bunch of people chanting Black Lives Matter, am I going, oh, now I support you?
Or screaming at your face or anybody's face. In a restaurant, you think, yeah, that's what I support. I like that. That's great, the way they're getting in people's faces who are trying to have a good time. Just relax. Have
Honestly,
a nice meal.
What would you do? Because I've asked myself this, and I have no idea.
I have too, and I don't know either.
Right? What would you do if you're at a grocery store?
I don't think you know until you're in that situation.
I just start rolling and mocking them, maybe? I don't know. What a nightmare.
I don't know. But, the clogging up traffic, shutting down freeways, all of those things are just, it's madness. Why would you think that's helping you? They surrounded a guy's house in Milwaukee, too.
Oh, goodness.
A Black Lives Matter group, because he has a Trump flag in his...
Look at that. He's got a Trump flag and an American flag. And I guess that's verboten in Milwaukee.
Unbelievable.
And so look at what he's doing back there.
So he's showing him, look, I've got a gun, and I'm not going to let you destroy my house.
Yeah.
So...
I don't want you to find out.
Wow.
So he's pointing his shotgun out the window.
No, he's not. It's not pointed out the window. He's got a screen on that window. He's just holding it straight up and down, man. It's vertical. Shut up.
Aim that we at you, Pete. He's cocking it.
He's cocking it.
Ain't no
okay, why don't you leave then?
Crazy mother.
Crazy? You are the people that have surrounded his house in the middle of the night.
Shining a spotlight on him.
Again, pause it for a second. This is another example of them putting themselves in danger and then blaming the victim as if they're the aggressor.
Yeah.
This guy's just trying to show you, look, I'm armed here, so don't screw with me.
I mean, exactly. He's in the right, just like the couple in St. Louis.
Sure is.
And reports are that he was arrested for brandishing a weapon.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the report.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
If that's true, that is, that's criminal. That's absolutely criminal. Are you telling me that you can't even have a show of force like in your own home with people surrounding your home with hostile intent, and you're the one who's at fault there? It's just like when they surround your vehicle and are threatening you and banging on your car, kicking it in, beating on the windows, trying to break them. And then when you drive forward, you're the bad person.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No, that's not the case. Jeez.
Yeah,
we just had that cop who did somebody was on his car.
Yeah, watch this. There's a big crowd, and
look at this.
Blocking the police car.
It's just unbelievable.
It's time to move. I'm trying to move the police car. Watch this. Move.
And he jumps right on it, so watch this.
You're in the road, now you're on the car, now you're back on the road.
There you go, dumbass. I mean, that's
how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Now, how do you do that in a grocery store? I don't know yet. I'll get back to you. But if I'm on the road, that's definitely how I do it.
Right. I mean, what are you doing?
Like, literally the very middle of that intersection. Play that again. It makes me laugh.
Yes. I mean, maybe it makes us bad people.
Yeah.
Tough. That is asinine.
He willingly gets onto the vehicle. He pulls himself up.
Jumped on top of it, then he falls off.
If you're listening to the show instead of watching it on Blaze TV, first of all, why haven't you subscribed to Blaze TV? But second of all, he literally just gets a tour of the vehicle from the hood to the roof to the trunk to the ground.
Road. Boom.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
And I don't know what happened to that cop. What do you think? You think he's got desk duty now?
Probably.
I have no idea.
Probably. Oh. All right, we're going to chew the fat with Jeffy next.
Pat Gray is here.
I am. It's
on
true.
The Blaze Radio Network.
How'd you know? 888-900-3393. I'm only paranoid because people keep following me all the time. She's one of them. She's always following me. Knows where I am all the time. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? It's kind of weird.
It is.
A little bit creepy. Speaking of creepy, time to chew the fat with Jeffy.
Why would that be?
I don't know. It's just an expression.
Hey, happy Bisexual Awareness Week.
Oh, yay!
It starts today.
Goody.
It starts today.
So
Does it?
Ronald and Burger King got a head start.
Now
huh?
it's an extension to celebrate Bisexuality Day next Wednesday. So they couldn't just have a day.
So not today. It's next Wednesday.
That's
For
specifically
Bisexuality Day.
Bisexuality Day. But
Okay.
this is Bisexual Awareness Week. Right.
So
Wow.
We're aware of it now.
Right.
What if I was aware of it before? Why do I need to be
you need to know.
doubly
You
aware
need to
of
know.
it during this week?
You need to know. You saw former Florida gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum.
Yeah, he came out as bi.
He
Happy
said,
Bisexual Week.
Now, in the interview with Tamron Hall, he even admits, well, you didn't ask.
And to be very honest with you, when you didn't ask the question, you put it out there, is whether or not I identify as gay. And the answer is I don't identify as gay, but I do identify as bisexual. And that is something that I have never shared publicly before.
Yeah, I never did that. Now, why he would throw that out there?
Well, it just had that little hotel incident.
I know. Well, he and his wife are mad. They don't want him to be recognized as just gay.
Okay.
They want can't be just gay because he said he didn't. That hotel incident, which was, I mean, the pictures of that room. Oof, there was a party going on.
They didn't make the bed?
No, they did not make the bed.
Okay.
Come on,
there was
man.
a party going on, and he claimed that he didn't have sex with any of those guys. You know, he said that I'm not gay, but. But isn't bisexual.
But now he is bisexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure why they. Also, Kim Kardashian West and actor Mark Ruffalo and several other celebrities are going to make a statement today, Pat. All right. They're going to freeze their Facebook and Instagram accounts to protest the spread of hate speech and misinformation on those platforms.
And what will that do? That they freeze them. What does that mean?
I
They're
mean,
not posting
they're
anything?
not going to post anything.
Oh, no.
Wow, that'll be something.
Why even open up social media today?
Thank you.
Right?
It's part of the Stop Hate for Profit campaign.
That's powerful. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to join him today.
You sure?
I'm going to join him.
You sure?
And do a one-day freeze on Twitter and
No, just
Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, Facebook
Don't throw
and
Twitter
Instagram.
in there. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, crazy.
Come on,
I can't not do Twitter.
No.
So I'm Facebook
And Instagram.
and
Yeah,
Instagram.
freeze.
I'm joining them in the freeze.
You sure?
Yes.
You putting your foot down on
I'm
that?
putting my foot down. That's how committed I am to the cause.
To the Stop Hate for Profit
I want to
campaign.
stop hate. Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
been committed to that cause for
longer than they have.
You're a trendsetter.
Tell you that, longer than they have.
I didn't realize it was because of
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
Stop Hate
Oh,
for
yeah. It's
Profit
always been the
campaign.
Stop Hate for Profit campaign.
Pat is a
It's always been
pioneer.
there.
He's a pioneer.
Thank you.
Also,
I mean, how many times have you heard me talk about the Stop Hate for Profit campaign? How many times?
I mean, on air.
I mean,
or
I'm
off?
getting fatigued just mentioning it.
We
again.
got it, Pat. We're in the hallways passing him. We hear him chanting down at the other end in the break room. We're like, we got
No
it.
hate
Stop
for profit.
Pat.
No
Okay.
hate for profit. I'm always doing that, and it echoes
It
through.
echoes because a big building
Yeah.
here.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that you wanted people to know that. That's why
Yeah,
didn't
no, I
say
do.
it.
I wanted to know.
The Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade this year going to be
Isn't that great?
reimagined.
No more
What does that mean?
reimagining.
Along with everything else in the world, it's going to be reimagined. So apparently the performers and the giant balloons are just going to be just one block there on 34th Street
So
in front
dumb.
of Macy's.
What?
Just a block
Are they going to
long.
wear masks?
They're going to probably.
Are they going to be 6 feet
Probably.
apart?
So they haven't said who's going to all be there yet. They just said it's going to be reimagined and it's going to be one block. They're going to participate. It's going to air it live. You're going to see some taped stuff, some balloons, and there's going to be social distancing. There's not going to bring in the crowd of people to hold the balloons. The balloons are going to be kept tied down by designated vehicles, probably, I don't know, golf
So
carts.
it's stationary?
Golf carts, yeah. And,
It's going to be
Great.
bad.
right?
Oh, that's great.
It's
That'll
gonna
be
awesome.
fun.
That's-
Won't that be
it's gonna-
fun?
and I'll tell you what, if Santa freaking shows up with a mask, I'm gonna be
you know
pissed.
he will. If he shows up at all, he'll have a mask.
It depends on who wins in November.
Jeez.
It's gonna be
going to be a 1 minute
It's going to be
parade.
great. Did I say? I said that right. It's going to be great.
You did say that.
They'll be able to squeeze the parade into a commercial break, effectively.
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing for Macy's, and good for them. The company that produces Peeps, Just Born Quality Confections, they are not going to be having holiday-themed marshmallow Peeps this year for Halloween.
Oh no, why?
Not going to be in stores. They're not going to have Christmas Peeps either. Nope. No pumpkins, no ghosts, no monsters, not until 2021. And the company is also going to skip Valentine's Day Peeps. So I guess, they halted production of the candies due to the pandemic. And now they reopened, but under, special auspices of we're not making so much and we've only got people together here.
Good. Those are nasty anyway.
They've got,
they're nasty.
I completely disagree.
Yeah, we know.
They got they make 5.5 million Peeps at their peak every day. 2 billion.
Wow.
Now I went back. Now they also make hot tamales and Mike and Ike's, which I love. I know this is going to come as a surprise, but I do love Mike and Ike's. I'm a fan.
Yeah, surprise.
And but they those are all just the production isn't quite up to standards or up to pre-pandemic standards. And I went back. And I watched the clip of after I had eaten the 71 Peeps on Pat and Stu.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I only ate 71. That was disappointing.
Are you still feeling the effects?
Disappointing. No, because I've eaten more Peeps than that since.
Quite a few
years,
more.
3 years.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Probably. I'm guessing more than 71 in that 3-year period.
Yeah.
13 unopened coffins were found piled up on top of each other in a well nearly 40 feet deep at Saqqara. It's one of ancient sites in Egypt outside of Cairo. And they're so well preserved, the original detailed designs and colors are clearly visible. And they are expected more discoveries in the coming days. And they're saying that these some of them are thought to contain mummies, and some of the ones that they found earlier this year do contain mummies. I would like to reimagine a world where we don't open those bad boys.
Yeah.
We just leave them closed. It's 2020. Why don't we wait till next year?
We do know what those mummies sound like.
Oh.
That's what they sound like.
I know.
Yeah.
We do. So there's no need to open them.
Right.
Let's just leave them closed. That's awesome. It was awesome. And if they do open them, don't look at them. I mean, you saw the documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
Do
Scary.
not look.
Your face could melt. Well, no, that was the Ark. That won't happen.
That's
just
true.
from the mummy.
You don't know that.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's true. I don't know what kind of curse they left there, but it's going to be ugly, whatever it is.
Now, maybe Nancy Pelosi was right. The earth is angry. I don't know. Maybe it's just that we're smack dab in the middle of hurricane season. But when you look at the main screen from the National Hurricane Center, we have Sally getting ready to make landfall. You got Paulette out there that's no really danger. You got Teddy and Vicky that could be coming along. You got a couple of other X's that are possible storms coming that are going to start growing.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
So, I mean, that's just today. So, don't worry about it. You're fine. Don't worry about it. But I did get me thinking about a year ago during Hurricane Dorian that, that was like a Cat 5 storm. I mean, it devastated the Bahamas, did a lot of damage. And one interview from a man in Palm Bay, Florida, had a couple of ideas that was interviewed by Tyler Vasquez on his Twitter feed as the storm was approaching. He had a couple of ideas about putting hurricanes to the end. And I don't think you're going to be able to disagree with the man.
Can't see how they haven't come up with some kind of way to combat these storms yet. They keep saying, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, it said this, but it's going to hit all this warm weather and warm water.
Yeah.
Water. We have a Navy. Why don't the Navy come and drop ice in the warm water so it can't get going as fast as it's going?
Thank you.
Guy's a thinker.
There's got to be ways to combat this instead of just pointing at the thing and saying, well, it's now it's getting worse. Yeah, we know it's getting worse, but you tell us, it's the warm weather, it's the wind. Well, we have an Air Force. Air Force planes around to get the winds going the opposite way. The Navy to go in circles. Fight it the other way.
This guy has some solutions.
Thank you.
This guy for president.
Thank you.
Why isn't he running and offering these kind of incredible solutions?
Now, I will say I question the validity of the airplanes circling in the opposite direction.
Oh, that's where he lost you?
But I mean, dropping the ice in there?
Martin,
come on.
Good idea.
Martin's already come up with an idea like that. Didn't you have some sort of solution like this once when we were talking?
Yeah, I was talking about, all the glaciers are breaking apart and all that other stuff. So why don't we just take those huge glaciers that are falling apart, put them in the Yeti coolers to keep them cool for, because Yetis keep things cool for
years. You got to have a sponsorship to pay
Forever.
for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. And then what?
That saves the glaciers right there.
So, are you talking about breaking apart the glaciers?
They're already breaking apart, Keith, because of global warming.
Wow, did you know that?
Huh.
Right. So you just put them in one of these. You're all set
for millennia.
Now, I will say, the warm water is what powers the hurricanes. You drop that ice in the middle of them,
right?
Cools them right down.
Right.
I don't even know if you need that much of you don't need any huge pieces of ice. You pick up a 10, 20 pound bag from Sam's.
Yeah.
Drop that bad boy in the middle.
Yeah, I like this.
You're good to go.
I like this.
Another thing that he's not wrong about is you should subscribe to Chewing the Fat podcast.
I didn't hear him say that.
I didn't hear that. Was that part of that
it
clip?
was in there. They must have edited it out because he said subscribe to Chewing the Fat.
Did not.
This guy's a liar.
Choose a platform that warms, whatever needs warming, and subscribe to Chewing the Fat.
All right.
It's just that simple.
We'll get back to more Chewing the Fat coming up in 60 seconds. Let me tell you about Keeps. If you've noticed some hair loss, your hair's thinning out, you got that male pattern baldness starting, or it's been continuing now for a while.
Wait,
it is.
Why is Jeffy looking at me while you're doing this?
I don't know.
Understand
I have no idea
at all.
But you can go to your doctor for a hair loss treatment prescription, then go to the pharmacy, then try not to go broke. Paying those prices for the brand name versions of the FDA approved hair loss treatment, or you could go to Keeps. Keeps offers the generic versions for about half the price, and they're the same thing that you can get from the brand name. It's just the generic version, and it's going to save you a bunch of money. Go online. You don't have to go to your doctor and go to his office and sit there with a bunch of COVID patients. Just go online, answer a few questions, snap a few pictures of your hair, and a licensed doctor will review your info and recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Go to keeps.com/Pat. KEEPS.com/Pat. 50% off your first order, in addition to the 50% off, because they're the generic versions. So for your first order, you're going to get another 50% off. Keeps.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
And Jeffy's got more Chewing the Fat for us.
Experts at the St. Louis Zoo are trying to figure out how a 62-year-old ball python laid 7 eggs despite not being near a male python for at least 20 years. The manager of the herpetology at the zoo said it's unusual, but it's not rare for ball pythons to reproduce asexually. The snakes also sometimes store the sperm for delayed fertilization. The birth is also unusual because ball pythons usually stop laying eggs long before they reach their 60s. So she'd definitely be the oldest snake they know of in history to lay the eggs. It's sad that this zoo has not given a name to this python, but
Wait.
I know. 3 of the eggs remain. 3 of the eggs remain. 2 were used for genetic sampling, and snakes in the other 2 eggs did not survive. So the other ones that survived, hopefully we'll find out if they hatch in the next month. Now, they don't know if the eggs were reproduced sexually or asexually, right? Now, if it's called facultative parthenogenesis to have this. Now, I believe.
Write that down.
Now, I believe. I have it right here. Facultative parthenogenesis. I believe that I think we learned years ago from the documentary Jurassic Park.
Life finds a way.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. So
life.
I
finds a way.
I feel bad for that snake. It's
Dr.
been in
Ian
captivity for 20 years, all alone, and they didn't bother to name it.
I know. They didn't give it a name, and you don't know. I mean, I was
we
just
got a
thinking
snake.
about it. I don't know. I hope that if it was reproduced sexually, it was with another snake. Anyway, just a thought. I don't know how the thing could go. If you missed, and I'm sure you didn't. I mean, I'm talking to the audience now, but if you missed Dancing with the Stars on Monday.
Oh yeah,
it was the big debut of Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue and Tiger King fame.
Oh,
remember? And she was supposed to. Joe Exotic claimed that she killed her husband, and that was a big to do. Well, the family of her deceased husband, the daughters, and the former assistant and the attorney ran a separate ad in Jacksonville and Tampa and a couple other cities, just stoking the fires again, too.
I'm Gail, one of Don Lewis's daughters. We are a real family, and to us, he was Daddy.
I'm Linda, one of Don Lewis's daughters, and we miss our dad.
I'm Donna. I'm Don Lewis's oldest daughter. We need to know what happened to our father.
I'm Ann, Don's former assistant. All we're asking is justice for Don.
Don Lewis mysteriously disappeared in 1997. His family deserves answers. They deserve justice. Do you know who did this or if Carol Baskin was involved?
A $100,000 reward has been funded. You can call the tip line at 646-450-6530.
Or call our office at 800-LITIGATE. Thank you.
Wow.
I know, just stoking the fires. I mean, there's so much more to it, right? It's just really weird. I don't understand, but, it's been years now since the 90s.
23.
And
23 years.
Okay.
Wow.
I know. So Joe Rogan has challenged the two presidential candidates, Donald Trump and Joe Biden,
who's running?
A 4-hour. Well, yes,
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
All right.
to a 4-hour thing. And the Tim Kennedy tweeted out that of the challenge, and Trump responded saying, "I do. I'm in.
Yeah.
I want it.
I know.
want it."
He should go on even if Biden doesn't.
I think so too. And I think
should go on.
and I don't think Joe wants it.
No way.
I mean, do we have time to play the quick clip of him from Tampa yesterday?
Out of time.
Oh, darn it.
Maybe we can do it next
we have
hour.
to, because it's really good, and it shows his vigor.
Says you. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Welcome to it. Let me take 60 seconds to tell you about Omega XL. If you're in pain, like I have been for this, my elbow was inflammation related, and it would run down the rest of my arm, and I couldn't even pick things up for a while. But I started taking Omega XL, and after about a week, when it built up in my system, I started to feel the relief, and now it's just completely gone. It turned the inflammation off. This is backed by 35 years of clinical research. Omega XL attacks the inflammation that causes your pain. Pain relievers, topical rubs, they just mask the pain. I mean, sometimes they don't even do that, but at best they can mask it. Omega XL is built to turn it off. So to get you started, when you order one bottle of Omega XL, you'll get a second bottle for free. So buy one, get one free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. OmegaXL.com/Pat, or you could call 800-844-4888. 800-844-4888 or OmegaXL.com/Pat.
Pat Gray.
Got a few tweets here from Tobin for Pope campaign. If we want 16-year-olds to vote, we might as well adopt the American Idol voting process. Call an 800 number and vote as many times as you like. No Rona, no problem. Yeah, that's a nightmare. Voting at 16 years old, I mean, if you want the country to be flushed directly down the toilet, just start doing that. Petty Officer America tweets, I wish that cop would have turned on the bug wash while that kid was flying over his car.
That would have been funny.
Added insult to injury.
That would have been real fun.
Let's see. Rants Out Loud tweets, if we want to fight hurricanes, just get Superman to fly counterclockwise really fast.
Well, that can happen, obviously.
Obviously that could happen, sure. Yeah.
That goes without saying, which is why our man didn't say it.
From King Phil is awful. Drop ice? Does he know how much ice is needed? I'm surprised he didn't come up with the fan theory, too. Put big fans on the coastlines, and they'll blow the storm back out to sea.
People have thought of that. I don't know why. Plus,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't like the way the attitude of the sounding of that tweet. I'll tell you
don't like that?
I don't like the
You don't like
attitude
the tone?
Yeah,
the tone was a little snide, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
Thinking that, I don't know, maybe the ice wouldn't work.
I mean, that's what I think. That's what he's alluding to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how much ice would you need? Seriously. How much ice?
I mean, I don't know.
Would you need?
You take a couple of big transport planes, fill them full of ice, and drop it in there.
And then you're fine.
It's got to do something.
Right? Cool it right on down.
It's got to do something. Cool it enough to maybe just slow it down or break it apart.
Right. Until you can answer that question, how much ice do you need? We shouldn't be mocking it. Am I right?
You're right. Okay. No, you're right. That's a good point, Keith. We don't know how much ice you would need.
Oh boy!
I think it might be more than one bag from like 7-Eleven.
Well, it might be more than one bag. But you go like 7-Eleven's got all you can. You got the ice machines there.
Yeah. The one right across the street from us here has.
Right. We had an ice machine here. That had a lot of ice in it when it worked.
Yeah, when it worked. Those days are gone.
Yeah, I know.
And they're not coming back.
Wait, what?
And the machine was removed, and it's not coming back.
Yeah, Pat has to bring a bag of ice to work now.
Right.
Like that's his.
No.
I do that every week.
Every week.
Mm-hmm.
So, if everybody pitched in a bag of ice.
Yeah.
To stop
every American, that's 330 million bags of ice.
Pat, are you willing to sacrifice 1 week's worth of ice
in order to
stop
prevent a
hurricane?
Yes, I would do that.
But then another hurricane comes, and you have to do it again. You willing to do it twice, and then so on?
No, I'm not willing to do it twice.
If it's a busy hurricane season, you got no ice for your drinks.
It's after the first time, it's somebody else's responsibility. Okay.
All right.
Look, I stopped one this year.
What do you need?
Oh, man. Speaking of all this, a motorist in Johnson City, Tennessee, was caught on a cell phone video running over a Black Lives Matter supporter.
Oh, no.
Get this.
Oh, no.
Who refused to get out of the SUV's path during a demonstration over the weekend, and now police have arrested him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't understand this. I don't understand how you aren't at any responsibility at all. You have no responsibility.
You are impeding the thoroughfare.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way. Get out of the street. Stop this madness. It's not okay to stand in front of vehicles on the roadway. It's you who have endangered yourself.
Right.
Not them. They shouldn't, maybe they shouldn't speed up and slam into people on purpose, but to inch forward and try to keep going, how is that a problem? Especially when you're afraid for your life, especially when you got people circling and surrounding your vehicle.
Yeah, that's an issue.
And then they start beating on your car. I'm not going to sit there.
I'm
going to try to inch through you and then drive on. This has to stop. Somebody's got to say, get out of the road. Get out of the road, or you're going to get run over. We're not going to charge anybody with a crime when you're in the way of traffic.
I know.
Sorry. Shouldn't that be an edict to these demonstrators?
It should be, but what it says to me is, your white privilege.
Man, is that what it's saying?
That's what it says to me.
Like I have the white privilege to drive on the road. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I do admit to that. I do think I have a right to be on the road.
And you say inch along.
Mm-hmm.
I say just keep it under the speed limit, and then what do they got against you?
right? I don't know. I don't.
I mean, you got to get out of there, though, right? I mean, if they're surrounding your vehicle now, I realize that some of these people are blocking the thoroughfare, which should not be allowed.
No, it shouldn't.
At all.
No.
But unless they're if they're not surrounding your vehicle, I don't know. Maybe it's questionable.
You got two people standing in front,
turn around,
and then they get in front of you as you turn your wheel. You're just supposed to sit there and let them do that?
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Why?
I mean, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm just.
Are you going to drive forward?
I'm going to have to. I want to go.
Yeah, I know.
I want to get there.
I know.
I'm not going slow enough that I have to pay a deductible, but I'm going fast enough to get away from the threat.
Yeah. And you don't know what kind of threat. It might just be two people in front of you. They might be threat enough, I think. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna try to get me out of the vehicle. I don't know if they've got guns. I don't know if they have weapons.
I'm telling you, don't know if they're going to, harm your vehicle.
Right. I don't
damage
even want
my
them doing
vehicle.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
not okay.
That's what I'm saying. If you go slow,
yeah,
you're gonna have.
They're gonna be beating on it.
You're gonna have to put your car in the shop.
Yeah.
And I don't know if my CarShield Gold plan covers that.
I don't know if it does body work. I don't think so, right?
I don't know.
It's for like engine repairs and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so forth. I just, this whole BLM Antifa thing, it's completely out of control. And somebody's got to take the reins here and say,
I know.
You know what? This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And we're not going to charge anybody if you get hurt after standing in front of their vehicle. Stop it. How hard is that? How hard? Where's Barack Obama to make that announcement?
I know. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way. Where's Joe Biden on that? Where's the Harris administration on that?
Right.
Come on now.
That should be an edict from the Harris-Biden campaign.
It should. So let's get it done. And then speaking of BLM and who these people really are, check out this chant. This is, I believe, from Seattle, where they're walking down the street chanting something. This is number 5, the BLM chant. Okay, that's enough. I mean, that hurts me to even play it, and I kind of went back and forth. But I want you to know who these people are. F your Jesus? Wow. Oh, okay. That's kind of eliminated any doubt to me.
It certainly has.
As to who these people are. Any questions? Anybody about who they are? How are we feeling about them now at BYU? Or for that matter, any school in the world. How you feeling about them now? Are they cool? Do you need to put their Black Lives Matter black block up on your Facebook page? Is that what you feel the need to do?
Yeah.
F your Jesus. Oh, okay. Wow. Shoo. It doesn't get a lot worse than that.
That's pretty clear.
It's about as low as you can get, I think. And it's pretty clear. Why are you taking on Christianity now? Is that your Marxist roots, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Maybe. Yeah. Is that the let's disrupt and dismantle the nuclear traditional family? Is that what that's all about? Maybe. Huh. I mean, if it's not in clear focus as to who these people are by now, then we can't help you with that, because this is a despicable organization that is trying to undermine Western civilization. It's as simple as that.
I know. And now we're looking forward to activists taking on the White House siege starting this week as well. In Lafayette Square, they're taking over the square, drawing wind from the Occupy movement and BLM and Extinction Rebellion, just those nice people.
Jeez,
they're going to show up in Washington to lay siege to the election.
Okay. Oh, are they? Is this when they're going to be there until the election?
Yeah.
Yeah, until like November 4th, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So that begins this week.
Yes, it does.
Won't that be fun?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
It will be.
It will be really, really nice.
Great.
All right, well, good. Good. I'm glad to see that's happening. Jeez. It is also apparent now that if you're a police officer and a minority person is coming at you with a knife or a gun, a cannon, a machete, whatever the case may be, you're just supposed to allow them to attack you with it.
Yeah,
shoot you,
apparently
stab you.
Yeah.
If they're minority.
If they're minority.
Okay,
yeah.
caveat.
I think if you're a police officer, you can defend yourself against a whitey.
Okay.
But no minorities. Yeah, because nobody cares about the whiteys.
Well,
if the whitey gets shot down, whatever.
But what if a whitey's wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt?
That's a little more problematic.
That's a gray area for the jury?
Yeah, a gray area. But still, they're white. So what loss are they? You know what I mean?
It's kind of a good point.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm glad someone's saying it.
Plenty more where that came from,
Thank
unfortunately. So it would be hard to blame police officers who are just done at this point. I mean, this Lancaster shooting where the guy comes running out of the house with a massive butcher knife, running directly at the cop. He turns around and shoots the guy. And they still riot over that.
Well, I mean, did he shoot after he said, hey,
whoa,
what are you doing?
Whoa,
Calm down.
I'm here to help.
What's wrong, baby? Come here.
Was there something in your childhood that is causing you some sort of anxiety
so
right
bad?
now?
What are you doing?
Let's go with that. Tell me about it. Tell me about what kind of anger you had as a child.
What's going on?
He didn't do any of that.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't do any of that.
So you didn't try everything?
No, they did not. He didn't reach for his taser first. He went straight to the gun and put him down. Wow. So they've actually said, well, you should have let him be stabbed. And then that's just what happens now. That's your payback for what you've done to minorities all these years. Oh.
How about
okay? No. How about no? Yeah. How about no on that?
No.
I'm just thinking. Wait, let me think of the right. No. No would be the word I use.
I want to be
on that.
specific, though.
Just amazing. Like these cops are not supposed to want to go home to their families. They're not supposed to want to be able to. I don't know. Continue to breathe.
Yeah.
After their shift.
So picky.
I know, right?
I tell you.
It's unbelievable. All right, let me tell you about real estate agents I trust, because if you're selling your home, buying a home, maybe you're doing both because you're relocating, you really need somebody who can helps you get through that process from start to finish and really advise you on what needs to be done. Maybe repainting your house or replacing countertops or updating a bathroom, whatever the case may be. They're great agents that have been fully vetted by Glenn's team. This is his company, and so his team has really vetted these agents carefully to make sure they have great marketing plans, make sure they know your market, and make sure they can really help you with this process so that your home sells quickly and for the most money. Not like his house in Connecticut, when I can't remember if it was a relative or a friend they knew.
Originally, yeah.
In the home in Connecticut that sat there
how'd that
for
work
years.
Out? It worked
out pretty well. He got $37.98 for the house.
No, see, there you go again.
Which he took a little bit of a loss.
It was 37.
Oh, that's right. He just got the $37. That's right.
Well,
he
yeah,
lost the 98
finally
cents.
just settled for 37.
I think the 98 was for the commission.
Yeah, that's right.
98 cents, yeah.
And he had to pay closing costs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of hurt. It kind of hurt.
Just a little.
And he didn't want that to happen to anybody else. No. So he started this company, and these are really, really awesome agents. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really says it all. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com. Realestateagentsitrust.com. Welcome to it. 888-900-3393.
You were right. She follows you around.
Yeah, right? How does she know all the time?
I know.
It's spooky,
Weird.
Right? It's kind of creepy. It's really kind of creepy. Got some tweets here from, let's see, Social Distancing Ghost tweets, did Keith just suggest Pat drive the speed limit? That's like asking Jeffy to eat a salad. I don't think that's fair because you've eaten a salad before.
I've had a salad.
Have you really?
I don't get it.
He might have had something in addition to the salad.
Well, yeah, you don't eat just a salad.
Just a salad would be stupid,
That's
right?
That is kind of stupid, actually, if you think about it.
It is, when you think about it.
Yeah.
From Saltine American, don't call me cracker. Another drawback I see from the ice theory to stop hurricanes. I love that people are actually contemplating this.
Well, they should be.
Yeah. I know, you're right.
Thank you.
Yes,
that's why I brought it up.
And they are.
Congress has spent money on dumber things.
You know the Democrats in Congress would want to supplement it. Therefore, we'd get an ice tax.
Oh, that's how you pay for it.
Yep.
You just do.
You just do.
You just do.
Carl Smith, why not let the 16-year-olds vote in San Francisco? Their elected officials act like teenagers, blaming their problems on everything and everyone but themselves. From Amy What's-Her-Face, imagine if they were saying that about another prophet. Oh, yeah. Blank your Jesus, blank your Muhammad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'd never do that.
No. No.
Because they'd be killed for doing that by somebody who is an extremist.
They believe it. They just won't say it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Got some good news, though. There's some really...
All right.
Really good news.
This better be.
About when we're going to finally be out of this stinking mess.
All right.
Better. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So that's better.
Really
that's
good
better
news.
than ice stopping hurricanes. Go ahead.
Way better, right? Because this is something that affects our lives every single day. Hurricanes don't do it every day.
Jeffy, do you think we're getting set up here?
What do you mean?
No.
This better be good news.
Bill Gates has come out and said he's got the best case scenario for life returning to normal.
No.
Just 2 years from now. Just 2 short years.
That's it, though.
Bam! We'll be right back to normal, just like that.
Right there.
Just 2 short years from now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
everything's coming to.
No, that is good news because that means we're going to get back. We only have to reimagine new things for a couple more years.
Till 2022. Who can't do that?
Thank
Come on
you.
now.
Just flatten the curve. 2 years.
Let's say your business is closed and it's been closed for 6 months. You only have another 2 years to worry about.
Think of all the places you could go.
Thank you.
Free time, you could travel, see the world.
Work on some of your hobbies.
Right, write that book that's been in your head. You got some free time now.
Some free time.
I'm so sick of this crap.
And you knew when it was Bill Gates, you knew
Oh,
it was going to
well,
be that, right?
He and the wife went after Trump at the administration yesterday, the day before, too. Just beating him up on how he reacted, and we were the worst. We're the worst in the world, and Trump shouldn't stop giving. Where they're pissed is he stopped giving money to the WHO. Right, and
he started giving it to the Rolling Stones, and that pissed him off.
Did.
When the WHO needs it more because nobody pays attention to the WHO anymore.
Right.
I mean, how old is Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey?
I mean,
how old are they?
Jagger's still having babies.
Prime of his life.
I mean, Keith Richards is a hell of a lobbyist, though. I mean, so he kind of
yes, thank you.
Moved that needle a little bit.
I can't take Bill Gates.
I know.
I can't take him. He says if we're lucky enough that several of these vaccines work, including the ones that are low cost enough that we can scale the manufacturing, and if the vaccines can be mass produced for the entire world, then there's hope of getting back to business as usual in 2 years.
Right, because what he wants to do is how the United States and Trump has fast-tracked the vaccines where the U.S. will have the abundance of the vaccines. Bill wants, no, we can't have that. The U.S. cannot have the abundance of vaccines. We need to spread that out to countries that are less fortunate than the U.S. I know.
When you're in an airplane and the cabin depressurizes and the little dealies fall out from the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, the dealies. I know
what do you do first?
You put the dealies
You
on.
put the little dealie on yourself first so that you can then take care of others
I don't understand
around
the
you,
analogy.
including your children.
You don't get the dealie on
You don't
that?
get the dealie
in
on
fact,
that?
they do tell you, in fact.
They sure do.
The flight
Put
attendants.
it on yourself first. Why is that? Because if you pass out, you can't help anybody else. If the U.S. goes down, you can't help anybody else. Okay? We should get this thing first, then we take care of everybody else.
Right.
It's asinine. I mean, it's absolutely
And Bill, buy some
ludicrous.
yourself, spread it out.
Yeah, you take care of that. Go ahead. I mean, it's more important probably than the toiletry thing he's doing right now
I don't
for
know
Africa.
about that. Safe
toilets for Africa.
Yeah, no.
Which is an
Safe
amazing
sewage system is an important thing.
It is. It is, and he's doing really good work with that, and I admire him for that. That's great. But if you want the rest of the world to have it first, sorry. No, not if it's coming from us.
Toilet
and
seat
it will be
vaccine. Toilet seat vaccine.
The hard one.
You may have a point.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you get the vaccine, then you do the toilet seats.
Maybe you switch that out a little bit. Yeah.
You're not going to have anybody around to have to use the toilet. You don't take care of the vaccine situation.
So that almost gets you back to the dealios.
Yeah, it does. Almost.
Weird how that happens.
All right. So the percentage of people who would take the vaccine has fallen 21 points since April. Did we talk about that yet? So it went from 72% in April to 51%. What do you think is responsible for that?
I don't know.
People don't trust their stinking government?
The Harris-Biden campaign.
Or Bill Gates. Right.
No, Gates believes in the vaccine.
Right,
I mean,
but people don't trust him.
The Harris-Biden campaign, they're going around telling, I don't trust Trump. I don't trust Trump in the vaccine.
Yeah. A lot of people on the left are saying that. Was it Joy, the most inaptly named person in the world? Wasn't it her that said she'd take it after Ivanka did? So Ivanka says, fine, I'll take it live on The View. Not a problem. And
Joy.
then I didn't hear a peep out of Joy after that.
Well, she was taking a nap when Ivanka replied.
Was she?
So, okay. She didn't see it.
Yeah.
How much napping do you think she does in a day?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 18, 19 hours.
Yeah, that's why I would say closer to 18. But
All right. Also, the coronavirus vaccine study by Pfizer shows mild to moderate side effects. Okay. Well, I guess we could accept that now, right?
But they all do, right?
Yeah.
All the vaccines have, they at least
Side
tell you that
effects.
there's going to be side effects, yeah.
Boy, I'm getting in line now.
You may or may not get the side effects.
Mm-hmm.
You probably want to be at the head of the line now, don't you, Keith? Because that's exciting. They're
No.
just mild to moderate.
Never happening.
Don't worry about it.
Promise you.
Don't worry about it.
Pat Gray is here.
I am. 888-933-93. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. There she is again.
I know.
She knows where I am all the time.
It's a little
spooky.
disturbing because it's
It
not
is.
like you're being followed by a human being. It's just a disembodied voice.
Getting a little
Exactly.
scary.
Yeah. It's frightening.
I would be a little. It's getting close to
terrifying.
Halloween too.
It's what it's terrifying.
We're not having Halloween.
All right, got some tweets here. We are all in this toboggan. Tweets. That Lancaster cop should have shot the knife out of the guy's hand.
Yeah.
Then they could have all gone to Chick-fil-A, shared a chocolate shake together.
On the Blaze.
That would have been nice.
Thank you. Yeah, then they could have been listening to the Blaze while they were hugging it out.
Right.
It's a simple task.
Amy, what's her face? It's funny. The people who want to bring an end to everything good always attack Christianity. Gosh, it's almost as if there's power in the name of Jesus, and they know it. Huh, it is kind of almost like that,
It is
isn't
almost like that, isn't it?
From Tobin for Pope, stimulus idea. The government hires all of the out-of-work hairdressers and barbers, not Pelosi's, though. Yeah, because she ratted on Pelosi. Set her up. Transport them to the Gulf Coast and have them aim their hairdryers at the hurricanes to push them back out to sea.
Why aren't we thinking of these? This is a genius audience. I'll
Out
tell
of the
you
box. This is out of the box stuff. I don't know why we don't do it.
And Pelosi's hairdresser, the company, I mean, she's shut down now, right? She closed up. She's not going to open up anymore, and she
trying to find another place, right?
Sure, she is. After her GoFundMe of $300,000, sure, she's busy. She's busy looking for a new place. I'm sure she is.
Not necessarily a salon either. Wow.
Yeah. She should get out of San Francisco.
Yeah, she had to. She said she just couldn't take the hate coming at her, so she was just going to take her money and
run,
go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Good for her.
Go on.
Thank you. Keep singing.
Take the money and run.
I know.
Robin is castle.
She is. That's what she's doing.
All right. 888-933-93. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. They're talking about not just the Big Ten coming back. I think the Big Ten is now looking at October.
I give up.
Is that right? Like a mid-October?
10th or 17th or...
They have not said
and
that
now
100%,
even the
though,
Pac-12 has said they might come back by November.
I love it. Now they're like, hey, can we play?
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, no. We're going to lose $125 million.
Did it take them that long to do the math?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when you have member schools like Utah who just furloughed their entire athletic department.
I mean, we believe in the cause.
Yeah.
We believe in the cause wholeheartedly, but...
Sure. But...
let's play football.
Right.
Because we just found out that the TV contracts are not going to be paying out.
Yeah, who knew that if we weren't on TV, TV wouldn't pay us?
Doesn't make any sense.
Does it?
It doesn't.
I thought they'd just be magnanimous and just give us the billions of dollars anyway.
Right.
But then they said they're not going to.
The nerve.
Weird.
Huh. Weird.
I know.
Stingy bastards.
And all the money we made from concessions and, the people that actually get paid to work at the stadiums for the games.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's not going to happen.
You know what this was really about? The godless animals ducking their game against BYU. That's what it was about.
Oh.
Yeah. Notice they're not going to get that game played. But they'll get the rest of the season. Okay. Yeah, I know what's going on here.
You guys won 55-3
against Navy.
Against Navy.
Yeah.
Not Utah.
But your next game is postponed, right?
Yes, because apparently 5 or 10 of the players got COVID.
Wow.
Now
there was no. How did they get?
I don't know. I don't know that anybody knows. However, we were supposed to play Army this weekend.
Right.
That had to be postponed. And so right after the game was postponed, Army's athletic director tweets this: undefeated COVID-negative college football team from New York looking for like-minded, disciplined team for a date next Saturday. Must be COVID negative. Twitter, do your thing. What is that? What kind of douchebag tweets that out?
Oh my!
You don't know how these guys got COVID. They could have gotten it on the flight too.
Oh, you took that
Navy.
You took that he was bashing.
I did take that
bashing BYU.
Yeah, that's kind of how I took it. Yeah.
Weird. I took it as he was just looking for a team to play.
Is that how you took it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe it's just me that he's calling us undisciplined. Well, us calling BYU undisciplined. You don't know how those guys got COVID. You don't know that they were out partying or doing anything they weren't supposed to do.
Is BYU the only team that is tested positive?
No, there's certainly not.
Only players that have tested positive.
But I mean, that's ugly. That's ugly. Who are you
sure
to assume that these guys did something wrong to get COVID? They could have gotten it at class. They could have gotten it flying out.
Following many people have followed all protocols,
right, and still got it.
Yes.
You have no idea how they got it. No idea whatsoever. So I hope we play these guys later in the year and just stick it to them.
That'd be nice.
Worse than we did to Navy.
It'd be nice.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The president was out talking about some things yesterday and had some interesting things to say.
He did. He did a town hall.
Yeah.
He had a busy day yesterday.
Was that with Stephanopoulos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, during the town hall, Stephanopoulos had people asking questions, throughout it. Of course, a lot of those questions aren't good enough, so he's got to get involved and confront President Trump. But this clip here showed, talking about the herd.
Okay.
And
go away without the vaccine, George, but it's going to go away a lot faster. It would go away without the vaccine? Sure, over a period of time. Sure, with time it goes. And many deaths. And you'll develop herd, like a herd mentality. It's going to be herd developed, and that's going to happen.
What?
You know what he means.
So we'll all start thinking like that's what's going to.
You know what he means.
It's a herd mentality.
Stop it, guys. Live. I mean, we see what happens with Joe Biden goes live, right? He was in Tampa yesterday and talking to the military, and he was talking about going on and on about business and getting the country
when he
back
wasn't listening to Hispanic rap, right?
Correct. Okay. And he... Well, I'll let him tell you.
Because if you could take care... If you were a quartermaster... You can sure in hell take care of running a department store thing.
What?
And the second floor of the ladies' department or whatever. You know what I mean?
So if I'm a quartermaster, I could take care of the second floor ladies' department at a department store.
Are they talking about job?
What?
That?
And by the way, I mean? No, I don't know what you mean, Joe.
And take your stupid mask off. I know if you're a quartermaster. You can't hear, man. I'm sick of this in life too. Now, you can't hear through the mask.
Isn't a quartermaster like a military officer? That's a military officer.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that's responsible for the second floor?
Yes.
Ladies department at a department store?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what the quartermaster did.
And
now you
do.
You don't have to ask anymore. There will be a quiz later.
Responsible for goods and services.
This will be on the test.
Okay, so the quartermaster,
I guess,
does ladies' lingerie at a department store
on the second floor.
No. Let's watch this again. Let this sink in from
I don't know
Joe.
That's what he's going for here.
Because if you could take care... If you were a quartermaster...
If I'm a quartermaster...
You can sure in hell take care of running a department store thing.
Department store thing,
For the ladies' department or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. I honestly don't know what you mean.
Yeah, so they supervise stores or barracks, distribute supplies and provisions. So are they talking about like a... like transitioning to the, I'm not going to try to explain Joe Biden for you. Forget it. But can we go back?
So you give Trump a hard time for herd mentality, please.
Right.
Can we go back
ahead.
to the town hall that you brought up, Jeffy? Because I see these headlines this morning that a lady tells Trump to stop interrupting her. Okay, during the town hall, like, oh no, was this a bad confrontation and stuff? And then you watch.
But he usually with regular Americans, even at the town halls, he's usually really nice. He only beats up the press.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you never see him. We've seen Biden and get confrontational with working class people.
So
at the foundries and stuff. You never see that from Trump.
You know the headline now, okay? A lady at the town hall tells Trump to stop interrupting her. Here was Trump interrupting her last night. Play that.
Should pre-existing conditions which Obamacare brought to fruition be removed?
No.
Please stop and let me finish my question, sir.
He was trying to reassure her. No, we're going to keep covering pre-existing conditions.
Plus, he didn't know if that was the end of the question or
right.
not.
But the headline sticks. People see that. Oh my gosh, Trump is interrupting.
She asked him a question. He answered it. Mm-hmm. Please stop interrupting. Shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
I know.
There you go.
Oh, man, this is getting difficult. To be a decent person, it's getting very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about Scoremaster. Did you know that the average American has 97 points they can add to their credit score? They have no idea how to get them, of course. Scoremaster does, though. Scoremaster is the new credit science that super boosts your credit score. Forget raising your score a few points. That doesn't do you any good. The average Scoremaster user raises their credit score 61 points in 20 days or less. If you own a business, you know how essential great credit is. From getting a loan to funding projects to financing equipment, go to Credit Scoremaster first and see how super boosting your business credit score can save you a fortune. Scoremaster, it puts you in control of your finances, not the banks. And you can enroll in just minutes and see how many plus points Scoremaster can add to your credit score. Visit scoremaster.com/Pat. That's scoremaster.com/Pat.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yes, you are. And thank you for doing it. 888-933-93. Some actual good news, maybe.
I've already fallen for this once,
No,
sir.
this is true. This is actual good news from the University of Pittsburgh. Scientists there have discovered an antibody that neutralizes the virus that causes COVID-19.
Oh, that is.
Isn't that amazing?
Good news, I think.
I think so. They've isolated the smallest biological molecule that completely and specifically neutralizes SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. Wow.
I love that.
It's 10 times smaller than this full-sized antibody and has been used to create the drug AB8. Shared in the report published by the researchers in the journal Cell on Monday, the drug is seen as a potential preventative measure against COVID-19.
Do I get it in a wipe? Do I have to spray it on?
I don't know.
Is it in a capsule?
I don't think it's
it
available yet, so it's probably premature to even ask. But
is it a nasal spray? Something. Whatever it is, let's get it.
Yes. Just get it out there.
Yes, thank you.
A patch.
Let's just do it.
Patch is fine.
A patch, a pill, a shot.
Whatever is fine.
Whatever.
It's a lollipop.
Let's stop this thing so we can get back to normal.
Thank you.
Before 2 years is up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be nice.
Before everybody's businesses are destroyed. How about that? That might be a good thing.
Well, now you're getting picky.
I know.
All right.
I know.
I mean, now you're sounding like the restaurant owners. 25% isn't doable. We can't survive. Shut up. You're open.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to. It can't go on. It just can't.
Know.
It just can't.
I know.
It just can't.
And we've got stupid things like Southwest Airlines booting a mother and her 2-year-old child off a flight because the 2-year-old wasn't wearing a mask while the 2-year-old was eating snacks on the flight. 2-year-olds don't have to wear masks.
Get out
but
my face.
If this is the video that I saw, I will say that the kid was just crying. This might have been a different video. This might have been there was a couple of videos where the kids were in trouble for not wearing masks, which, by the way, they shouldn't have to wear masks. The kids,
right?
But the one video I saw, the kid was just crying and crying and crying. I was for go ahead and get off.
Oh yeah, they're crying now. See, now the mask thing, I can't go with the airline.
So this might be two different cases though, because I think the kid that was crying was younger than 2. But it was like a year and a half or something.
Get off the plane if you're crying.
Yeah. It was,
Get off the plane
Right.
if you're crying. Spoken like a person without kids. Come on.
What do you mean? Spoken like a person with kids that behave.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you.
When you have under 2-year-olds, they stop crying every time you tell them to?
No. How about drive?
Or you could
Get in
drive.
your car and drive.
Yeah.
We don't need you on the plane.
Pat, I don't
That's
deal
a good
well
idea.
with OPKs, other people's kids. I can't handle that.
I don't either,
okay?
but
I know.
you can't always control it.
I know.
Can't
You
always
can't.
control it.
Okay.
You can't.
Well, then
So you got.
bring a parachute and plan ahead. Okay?
I kid, babe. I kid, babe.
Because I love
Hold
man.
on, and
I mean that, babe.
I love that we're enforcing these mask rules everywhere now. I was in
Oh, yeah.
Walmart the other day and I took a picture and shared it on Twitter. Can we put up the irony of all ironies? A mask with a message on it that's, oh, look at that, freedom. Oh, there's your freedom mask. Shut
There
up.
you go.
Yeah. If we had freedom, many of us wouldn't be wearing the mask.
Well, you don't have to at Walmart.
You are correct, sir.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because
You can just tell them when you walk in. I don't know.
Health condition.
Yep.
And you keep
Health
moving.
division, they move on.
Mm-hmm.
They let you be.
Try it sometime, Pat.
Okay.
See if you get followed around by that voice.
Pat Gray returns on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thank you, Martin.
I want that. That would be
Put
awesome.
on your mask, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, Walmart seems pretty stringent. They still have the little
they do
guiding areas
They do.
of the
And
place
you
you're supposed
will
to come
get-
in and go
there's
out.
Plenty of other customers will look at you. Disparagingly.
I don't need that in my life.
Okay,
right
then
now.
if you don't want that, then just put on the plastic face shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People quickly just see, oh yeah, he's a sheep like
I'm a
me,
fan.
and they keep moving. But
I'm saving up for the Louis Vuitton mask.
Yeah. It's only
The shield.
$961.
Yeah, it's not bad.
which is the same exact thing as that plastic face shield.
No, it actually, Louis is actually looks a lot better.
Oh, the
by
gold
way.
trim, the gold trim.
Yes, thank you. And it's a visor. It pops up. I don't know
Whoa,
what you're talking about.
That's worth $1,000 right there. If you can pop it up.
$961.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. You save $39 off
You
your
can get the,
$1,000
you
bill.
can get the $115 Burberry. I mean, what do
Oh,
you
really?
want?
Oh, there's that one? Yeah.
Yeah, you get the
That's a
Burberry.
good looking
I
mask.
know.
Oh gosh, there is no good looking mask.
Is that washable? Or do you have to throw that away and
No,
buy
the
another
Burberry's for
$116?
$115.
Yeah.
You got to be able to
You gotta
wash
hand
that
wash
bad
it
boy,
in
right?
Downy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Hang it.
My wife's
dry.
been making them now too. She's all happy about making masks.
What's she making them out of?
Stop it.
Gold thread.
She's making them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. Are they cool?
Yeah. They're
She gonna sell them?
They're fine. She is. If I got anything to say about it, I'll tell you that.
Which you never do have
Yeah,
anything
so
to say
probably
about
not.
it. So, yeah.
Probably not.
All right. 888-900-3393. Just so you know,
You got
if you're
good
into,
news for us?
if you're into classical music, it's wait for it, racist. It's racist.
Wait.
Yeah. So you don't want to listen to racist music, right? Am I right?
When you say classical
music,
Like a big old orchestra or something?
Beethoven, for instance.
There you go, yeah.
is a modern symbol of exclusion and elitism for rich white men.
Okay.
And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
I can get on board with this.
I get pissed every time I hear it.
They were specifically talking about the Fifth, right? Beethoven's Fifth.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that what they were specifically talking about? That was driving them crazy.
Probably
making them. I mean, it was really. I find it.
Here's what Vox
you find
says.
it hard to believe, and yet this will take hold.
Classical music critic from the Vox, James Bennett II. James Bennett II.
James Bennett
says, as you perpetuate the idea that the giants of the music all look the same,
okay,
it conveys to the other that there's not a stake in that music for them.
Thank you, James.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett II.
Wow, is he writing himself out of a job?
Great.
It seems like it, doesn't
He's
it?
a critic of that music. I don't.
It's so insane.
That is awesome.
As you perpetuate the idea that the giants of music all look the same, okay, because they're all white guys, right? They're white
That's
guys.
what he's
wearing
claiming.
wigs and stuff.
But I
Yeah.
thought I saw a story that talked about one of them not being white the other day.
Oh,
Which one?
I don't remember now.
Like
It was-
in the
it was
past?
one of the- yeah.
Or- oh.
Well, I mean, How many great new classical guys
like
are
when
there?
you were a kid growing up. We're talking about that era?
Back then.
Okay.
Yeah, the era, yeah. On the harpsichord.
Harpsichord reference.
Another critic says, though, if you pretend like there's no other music out there, that Beethoven is the greatest music that ever will matter, then new listeners won't feel welcome in that genre.
Oh, stop it.
Say. Okay. Vox, not the only left-leaning outlet to pushing to examine the racial makeup of classical music composers. In July, the New York Times published a lengthy article that accused the world of classical music of also failing to address racism. I mean, come on!
Dogs, classical music. What haven't we canceled yet?
I mean, there's almost nothing we haven't. We've canceled the English language. There was
we have a
story about P, K, and what was the other letter?
A T, K, and P sounds in the English language are spreading the coronavirus too much.
So we need to stop using it. Means that casual conversation in English may be more likely to potentially spread the virus.
Wow, you just said potentially. You
Spread,
said
and I said
casual
spread.
Conversation. Look at what you're doing here.
Suspicions that
Spreading it.
aspirated pronunciation may spread respiratory viruses date back at least 17 years to a Lancet article that noted dramatically lower SARS rates in speakers of Japanese versus English.
I mean, our language. Cancel our language if you want to save society from the coronavirus.
Our language, our music, our clothing. Is there anything that's okay in white culture,
No.
if there is such a thing?
No.
And a few years ago, it was bad to say there was white culture.
Yeah.
Remember when Glenn was talking about whether or not Obama was racist, and there was plenty of evidence to suggest that he had some real issues there.
Yes.
And he was doing that interview.
And continues throughout today, by the way.
Yes,
Go ahead.
right. But he was doing that interview with Katie Couric. And he said something about he hates the white culture, something like that. And Katie Couric's like, "Oh, Glenn, well, what is white culture?" Well, I don't know. Ask Barack Obama, who said like 3 times in his book, talked about white culture. And now white culture is all we hear about.
Yeah.
And how bad it is, and how racist it is, and how that we shouldn't have it, I guess.
No, you should not.
No,
that needs
and
to be
we need to
dismantled.
We got to change the name of coronavirus because it's spreading it with that sound, as we just learned.
So we need to obviously also remove the C from the English language.
Yeah, because
C,
it was the
K,
hard K sound.
P, T. Get rid of all those.
Oh, yeah.
B.
I mean, for health.
And our critic better learn. I mean, I was looking. I was right. Beethoven was at least mulatto, half black.
Huh. What?
According to this story, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that I didn't know.
So we're going to half cancel him then.
So
Beethoven's half black?
That's what this says. Yes. His.
Well, what is this?
Yeah. What
are you looking at?
What a story that I wrote.
A story you wrote.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
all right. Good.
It's fact. Why are you spinning the wheel?
Because we got a new toy. Lily Matthews sent us this, and I love it. And it's psychedelic. I love how it's all rainbowy now.
I mean,
It's in a lot better shape than that last one.
Look how
was.
well that spins, too. That's
I know.
That's going to be fun.
I know. Did it come with little stickers for numbers, or are we supposed to color coordinate
I think
stories?
I have to. I think I'm going to have to just because it's dry erase too.
Well, that's.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, could have been better.
Well, maybe we can use
Wow.
that tomorrow for the Wheel
It's
of
free.
Cancel, because
It's a
we've
great
canceled
gift.
We're gonna
a
put
lot
some
of stuff.
numbers on that bad boy or something.
All right, 888-900-3393. Use that number tomorrow. Maybe we'll answer the phone. I don't know. It's possible. We'll see.
Oh, no.
Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see.
Give it a try.
See what happens. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and next on the Glenn Beck program as well.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.